Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Will Basinger, President of the Board of Directors here at the Old Courthouse Theatre. Normally, I would be addressing you from this stage in person here in our auditorium, but not much is normal nowadays. So our very creative and talented volunteers have put together this little online 10-minute play festival. I'd like to especially thank Andy Rassler and her team for putting this festival together. And a special thank you to Rod Oden at the Lee Street Theatre in Salisbury. Our doors are closed for the moment, and schedules are up in the air, but the bills don't stop coming. We've had to postpone our big spring production of Mamma Mia, which would normally be filling our coffers right about now, and carry us through to the summer when we start selling our season tickets for our 45th season. Instead, we're cutting back on expenses as much as we can and running on reserves, which, believe me, won't last long. Even at bare bones, with no payroll, our monthly expenses can run upwards of $5,000, and that's in insurance and utilities and other obligations. There's a lot of need in our community, a lot of people who are just hanging on. If you are able, I encourage you to help your neighbors. That's what we're trying to do with this festival, bringing a little fun into your life. If we all do a little, we can accomplish much. Now, that's not to say that I would turn away a $1,000 donation, or $5,000, or $10,000 even. But whatever you can do, any little bit that you can do, will help us move forward into our 45th season. Enjoy the show, however you're watching, and then go to our website, octconcord.com. Click on the donate button there to help us out. Or if you're on Facebook, you can message us on Facebook, Old Courthouse Theatre, and donate there. Thank you for your support of community theater, and God bless us, everyone.
One werewolf fang, and 3 drops of essence of grief, and 12 fingernails from a human.
12? Why 12? Why not 10? The spell requires fingernails from 2 victims. Do you take 10 from one and 2 from the other? That doesn't seem fair. Perhaps 6 of each, but then one hand would be completely bare, while the other one is unbalanced. Do you take 3 from each hand?
Silence! I must concentrate. Now, where was I?
Counting fingernails.
Ah, yes. This spell is sure to bring me favor with the Dark Lord.
Yes, Mistress.
And then he shall ask me to join his council.
Yes, Mistress.
And then I shall be the most powerful witch in all the world, and all shall tremble at my name. Milk will curdle at my laugh. And beasts will cower upon my whisper. And mountains will crumble at my feet, and all will know that I am the most powerful, the most beautiful, the most cunning, the most...
Sorry, but who were you talking to? I mean, we're the only 2 here, besides that fluffy little black kitty of yours.
I'm not fluffy. I'm muscular.
He's not a cat. He is my familiar. You can't hear him. He only speaks to those who live in darkness. Those who have sold their soul to the Dark Lord and do his bidding. You are in the presence of the most powerful witch in all these parts.
Well, how about that?
Now, fetch me a fresh bat wing, Illyria, and don't bring me one that you've already chewed on either.
Yes, mistress.
Soon, the potion will be set, and I will suck out the soul of any human near it. And then I will present it to the Dark Lord as an offering.
Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but how long do you think you're going to keep me in here? I mean, it's mighty dirty in here, and I might as well be getting along home.
You simple-minded fool! You are never going home. You are my prisoner, and soon you will meet my master.
Oh, you got company coming. Well, I'm sure you wouldn't want him to see me like this. I mean, I must look a mess. It's just so damp in this cave, and honestly, curls and dampness do not mix. I mean, have you ever seen what happens to a young curly-headed youngin' in heat? It is not a pretty sight, let me tell you that. But maybe if you just let me out for like a minute, I could use some water and just smooth out this frizz a bit. And
Foolish girl! It won't matter what you look like. You'll be dead.
Dead, dead, dead.
Silence, you mangy feline!
oh, well, that's a shame. I was looking forward to meeting your friend, but you know, being dead is no reason not to look your best. I went to a funeral for my Aunt Suzette once, and she looked just awful. They had fixed her hair all wrong, and she had so much makeup that you could hardly even see her face. It was a real shame. I always said I never wanted to go out that way. My mama always told me that a girl should always look her best. You never know when someone special might turn up, and you don't want to be looking like a dead catfish when he does.
Silence! I must concentrate! The spell must be completed by the stroke of midnight on the winter solstice, and that's soon! I must focus!
I'm sorry, I don't mean to break your concentration, but are you absolutely sure that I need to be dead? I mean, I'm pretty young to be pushing up daisies. What will my tombstone say? She lived, she died? Well, I thought I'd accomplished something more before I died. Surely there's something more to my life than just my name in an obituary. Oh, land sakes, where are my manners? I haven't even told you my name. Well, my full name is Maybelle Anne Marie Shackfield. That's such a mouthful to say. My friends just call me May. And you are?
If I tell you my name, will you be quiet for once and all?
Oh, Scout's honor, and you can trust me because I was the one of most highest ranking in my Sunshine Girls in the whole county. Granddad said that he was so proud to have a kin that could skin a catfish down.
Fine! They call me the Mistress of Darkness, the Maiden of Evil, the scorn of all good men. I am the terrible, the powerful Agnes.
Agnes? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't laugh. Yo, your name is Agnes? I mean, shouldn't it be something more sinister and evil? Why Agnes?
That's my name.
It's not a very fearsome name. Couldn't you change it? Oh, well, how about a nickname? There's not many options for Agnes. How about Aggie? Or how about Ag? That sounds a little harsher. Do they still call witches hags? Because that could rhyme.
Aggie, the Aggie.
Quiet, you furball, before I skin you and turn you into a muff. My name is Agnes. I am the Mistress of Darkness. I do not need a new name to instill fear. I am fear itself.
I see. Well, you're a little too young to be a hag anyways. I always thought hags were supposed to be old and ugly, and you don't seem too old, and you are surely not ugly.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course, I never met a witch before. I'm not sure I know what they're supposed to look like. Do they all look like you?
Oh, of course not.
Oh, well, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, if y'all looked alike, it'd be pretty easy to spot one. Of course, you seem pretty young to be a great and powerful witch. How old are you? Are you in training or something?
Wretched girl! I'm old enough to handle eliminating you!
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. My mama said it wasn't polite to ask people's ages. She said that they might get testy. I didn't mean any harm by it. I was just curious is all. Yes, ma'am. She told me that right before we moved out of New Orleans. Did I tell you where I grew up? Of course, some people pronounce it New Orleans, but that's just silly. If you're going to be in the South, you might as well talk like it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, did I tell you that once I met a voodoo priestess there? She's the strangest woman I ever did meet, all dressed up in beads and bones and whatnot, and she had paint on her face. And I told her that she should use a mirror next time she puts on her rouge, but Mama told me to hush and leave it be.
Fascinating.
Right after that, Mama decided that we were going to move to Alabama. Said it wasn't right for all of us folks mixing together, what with voodoo priests and priestesses and such.
I thought you promised to be quiet.
Oh, right. Oh, you're right. You won't hear a peep out of me anymore. I will button it up. Scout's honor.
Okay, so one more minute until midnight. Where are the last ingredients? Okay. A measure of toadstool. Okay. Dash of fairy dust. 2 rotten cow's teeth. Okay. 6 fish eyes. And 4 human tongues and 1 spleen.
I'm sorry. I know that I promised to stay quiet, but you're making a mistake.
What?
A mistake. I know it's not polite to eavesdrop or spy, but you said that you needed 6 fish eyes and you only put in 5.
What?
That's right. I saw it myself. You took 5 of those little balls and you put them in that pot and you read that it should be 6. You made a mistake.
I do not make mistakes.
Well, surely you can. Everybody makes mistakes. Well, I take my Uncle Amos. He got into his mind that he needed a new pair of alligator boots, but he didn't want to buy them. So he goes down to the lake and he gets into the murky water and he takes all
The
that mud and
Mistress of Darkness does not make mistakes. You counted wrong.
I'm sorry, but I didn't. I saw it plain as my own foot. Now, I know that I don't know much about much, and you're like the Mistress in Darkness, but I saw you drop 5 little balls in that pot, not 6. But if you want to mess up your recipe, that's all right. My mama taught me that it's the importance of following a recipe. If you don't follow it, it might not turn out right, but it's your call.
Oh, midnight, I can't fail. Oh. No, Master, I tried. It was the girl that Mayberry Shacklefuss or whatever her name is. I'll try again. I won't fail. Please, no.
Mistress? Mistress!
Well, Kitty, I guess you're going to have to come home with me. I just couldn't live with myself if I left you alone in this dank cave. Now, it's no place for no sweet kitty like you. We're going to have to see about changing that name of yours. O'Leary is a funny name for a boy. How about Timmy?
Well, I will never go with you. I serve the darkness. And my name is not Timmy. It's Illyria. Illyria! Wait, how did you know my name?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that too much. You're my kitty now. And there's no need to call me Mistress either. You can call me May. After all, if it's good enough for the Dark Lord, it's good enough for you.